yi ne nyina ye de ebeka kasebo no ho de abremu ewie yi a ye bekenkan de amamumidin Adjoa asare mene
nana ya wampede ojibre na afre yen samado yendo emo esuko
Yeshe kasiabo no so ase edi amamoa na omampani ekufuado na fei Frankatuni ma NDC amanyoko no John Dramani Mahama womo akache na yakwakopie yi anope ya empanifo ahodo emieno womo akosensan asomdwe entiase a ne nyina no eye ahoboa ya womo edigu akwamo ehia abato yi edai saa entiase apam ya meka ho asemi ebehwe nim se omampani ekoko no John Dramani Mahama womo nyina adwene ko benkromu se ebi abato no mukura entiase bi anya adwuma wo baabi a obia enam emra kwa so na wo mbehwe se mpanifo ebeso saa ohaw no ano afei so eba beboa na atutrasam a MPP no NDC ne MPP amanyoko no enipa bi no etimi esore wo mu a wo mu edi ensam a ense emfata no eno so saa vigilantism ne saa niam no nyina no ebetimi afri ho panyinipa wo no eni dwamtireni ya odano Dr. NS Edu Jamfi ono so ekokopie mu wase ensema hodo a womo abro so nyina no yede ebebremom na omampani ekufuado ekopie mu ewo dwumadie no ase no ono na edikan ekasa ensema hodo a wode tu dwane bi yentie
we the NPP can safely claim without any fear of contradiction every improvement that has brought more widespread credibility to our electoral process has been in our instigation. Younger generation will not even be aware that the use of the electoral process, transparent ballot boxes and photo IDs were initially resisted. But even in an electoral process that is genuinely free and fair, and in which the people can have confidence, and even in an electoral process in which the losers will feel they've been in a fair fight, and will willingly congratulate the winners and go back to the group to seek more persuasive ways to convince the election. This is the interest of the political parties. There's not only an absence of violence, but that there is no tension, and that there is a truly peaceful and call upon the security agencies to be up and doing their work in making sure the atmosphere in our country is one conducive to the conduct of a fair and transparent process. The strictures as to the consequences of IAS may be an opportunity for all of us to look at this issue, and myself and others use this platform to engage in controversy, but merely to state whatever were acceptable recommendations of the Commission required that we faithfully adhere to by the government. Best manifesto policies and promises will come to naught if there is no peace. We can assemble the sharpest brains and the greatest workaholics to run a government if there is no peace. The promises remain promises, and we can even have a combination of the best policies, the brightest and most hardworking and incorruptible people to run the government if there is no peace. We cannot deliver your promises. I would say, therefore, we, the politicians and political parties, have the most to lose if there is no peace. I dare say there are some organizations and some individuals whose very existence depend on continuing turmoil in Africa. And African nations need them to believe they will remain poor, dependent, and underdeveloped forever. I do not ask them to behave like the famous three monkeys and see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. But I do not think we help our situation very much when all we see is evil, all we hear is evil, and all we speak is evil. I'm not suggesting that we cover up our failings in any way. We're nowhere near where we should be. Poverty, young people remain at risk, and the public price is not as properly guarded as it should. But there is a lot that we can and should be proud of, and these two should be part of the narrative. One being the consistent effort made by the Ghanaian people to ensure the peace and stability of our nation. In the immediate matters that concern all of us, I would say we have conducted admirably the electoral process thus far. In the midst of a global pandemic, the Electoral Commission has compiled a credible voters register, arguably the most credible in our history. The special voting process passed off peacefully, with all political parties happy with the process. It does not help when a would-be reputable media organization puts out a totally false story that the EC to be caught with illegally printed excess ballots. If we are concerned about peace, such media outlets should be condemned by all. Such deliberate malice heightens tension and incites passion unnecessary. We in the MPP want a credible election conducted in a peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. We're certain we have a track record that will make the names vote to renew our mandate, just as it was in 2016. We want this victory to be sweet and incontestable. I've said that we believe in election, and I'm happy to give my word that we shall accept the verdict of the people of Ghana. Above all, I pledge that the people, peace, unity, and safety of Ghana will be our primary consideration. May God bless us all in our homeland Ghana and make a great history.
Ewusiafo ene ya yekoti esese eye Ghana mampeni nana adodankwa Akufo-Addo ne nsem no ewakakwa de na wo pachire abone tofa nyina ene sem wono Ghanafo ene to ne so aba fimpinu ene edunsia enti se afiwe mu so wo kwakogina se Ghanafo nto ne so aba biemu a de Ghanafo beka no eno a ena wo behye etie ayeso adwuma wei enye ntokwasem bia eno echi ena Frankatuni NDC amanyoko no John Dramani Mahama wono so ekasa ene wo se wono so awiata so pa ya wo hyebo se wogina ho emasomdue e wabato yi mu.
Elections are about counting heads and not cutting heads, and so we work together towards peaceful elections. I urge the security agencies, voters and all stakeholders to ensure law and order. We expect to see all security personnel behave professionally, all those deployed for elections to be in uniform with visible name tags and service numbers. Let us strive to prevent the violence of the past, particularly as witnessed in early 2019 during the Abasu West Ogun by-elections, which till date has gone unsanctioned. Ladies and gentlemen, our country stands at a critical juncture of its history. Never have the lives of so deliverables or the eradication of vigilantism. The government has failed to sign the agreement. The loss of 3 lives in the course of the regular voter registration exercise also gives cause for worry. The military siege of the Volta region and other locations during the registration exercise created an intimidatory atmosphere akin to a nation. But ladies and gentlemen, we are optimistic. In the face of similar doubts in the past, Ghanaians have risen to the occasion and delivered a peaceful, successful election. It is my prayer that despite our deepest fears, we shall be proved wrong, and Ghana will once again be proven to be the beacon of democracy in Africa. We've done it before and we can do it again. Let us on Monday exercise the ghost of Ayawaso. My name is John Dramani Mahama and I stand for peace.
John Dramani Mahama eye Frankatuni NDC amanyoko nene ena yokoko tie sesie eno echi dwamtreni ya oda abato kobesa no anoma Jane Mensa ono so e de arehemu nsem ko e Ghanafo nyina se abato ya ye koso yi de Ghanafo beka no eno apepepe ena electoral commission no e de be ya dwuma enti se party A wini a party A na wini party B wini a ono e na wini enya de a won bedane bibia.
All our election materials have been distributed the 38,622 polling stations across the country. We have deployed 74,800 new biometric verification devices to the field. Feedback from the recent special voting, which took place on the 1st of December, indicates that the equipment functioned effectively and enabled the prompt verification of. We believe that the efficiency of the devices will enhance the voters' experience on the election day. For the first time in the Commission's history, ballot papers have been printed and distributed some 2.5 weeks before the election. The early planning and distribution of our logistics has helped ease pressure on our officials, allowing the Commission and its officials enough time to strategize well ahead of the election. We are mindful of the fact that we are not in normal times. We have nonetheless put in place stringent safety protocols, procuring the necessary items to ensure the safety and security of all stakeholders at all our sectors. We were able to test our safety protocols during the 38-day registration exercise. This would be replicated on election day. Interestingly, we saw a rapid decline in the COVID-19 cases during and after the registration exercise. And we believe that the stringent protocols put in place by the Commission, coupled with the government's own programs, contributed to this reduction. Beyond the polling stations, we have put in place arrangements at all our collation centers to curb the spread of the virus. Projectors and screens have been provided in each of the 275 collation centers and 275 constituency collation centers and 16 regional collation centers on which results will be displayed. This would prevent the gathering of persons around laptops to view the collated results. Recognizing that the performance of our field officers is key to the successful conduct of the election, we provided a 3-week rigorous training program on all aspects of our election cycle to some 240,000 field officials. We are confident that with the skills acquired, our field officials will deliver their functions effectively and efficiently. Additionally, for the first time in the Commission's history, all field officials have signed a binding and enforceable code of conduct to abide by the rules and directives of the Commission. On the issue of security, 1 year ago we initiated engagements with the National Election Security Task Force, headed by the Inspector General of Police, and have continued to provide them with relevant information, including details of all our polling stations, collation centers, and our conflict-prone areas. We are confident that with the arrangements of the security agencies, we would ensure and see law and order throughout the election process. In our bid to reduce tension around the election, we plan to declare the results within 24 hours. While this may seem overambitious to some, others have expressed concern about the accuracy of results declared just 24 hours after the election. I assure you that the results will be a true reflection of the will of the people as documented on the results collation sheets, namely the pink sheets. The only aspect of our processes that has changed is the efficiency we have built into them. I'm confident that with the total commitment of all our officials, we will witness the timely delivery of accurate results for the 2020 presidential and parliamentary elections.
We electoral commission Jemteni Mame Jane Mensa na said ya shasi and Bidika Kaya no or Manfo Kuku Dam Noa and a copiemo ewe Jumedie no ase Jemteni National Peace Council Dr. Addo Jemfi or no so ekasaye wabra no mode and sending in a bevi yen or chesem. Wo Judean Yaresha mu pasesa womade woman sakos and science and science and carta no and Conco be on Peso Yama or Manfo Unu se as womu ye bikeke. Nemo ebe de o mo ankasa wo mani abre ho sesa e na wo mo epese wo mo eye eno echi wo san edeto amanyoku ahodo nyina animum se emma wo mo ma platform bia se bia obi di amanyoku obi edin be kwakoye etutu asem ne ade e na fe ensem ahodo so eye a wo mo de tu dwa ehuhuru nipa akoma ehyebufuo ema basabasa yo eba no nso no wo mbe sere pase nkrofo yi wo mo ntwi wo ho emfiri hu.
We gathered here today in furtherance of Ghana's peace and serving as witnesses to the signing of another peace pact. The resort to legal processes to address any election-related concern, which we witnessed in 2012, was a turning point in our democratic development. That must be continued at any point in time when we are not satisfied with the outcome of any election results. Resorting to violence is ill-disposed and must be avoided. It is my hope that signing this pact will not be just another public show, that all the parties to this accord will genuinely play their roles in ensuring peace during and after the 2020 general elections. To achieve this, political parties should not create platforms that promote conflict and violence. Again, political parties and their candidates must behave responsibly, especially in their utterances in public and in private. Hate speech and other rancorous utterances must be checked and avoided. This will ensure that neither their supporters nor opponents are agitated or motivated in any way to resort to violence.
We Jemteni or the National Peace Council or no Dr. Addo Jemfi krakra emo Chief Justice Kwesi Enini Yeboah ono so ede ne de epi so ya wosan etimu biem asem we wo madi kanka wosan etimu biem se abato ye ekoso se bia bibi efire kire ba na esese ekọ wo mu di akoniaba ana wo di ntintima ewo atenten ne adwumakuo no emu a won behwe se enefu aduanan mienu 42 days entemu de won behwe no ma ye bibia kama sede de si enfie bia etwemu ya ekopie mu Supreme Court ne ade no sede edile ye no wo mo hwanim se enya de afi we de se empo bibisa ebesia enchesa.
This duty becomes more pronounced in the quadrennial contest to decide who leads the republic in terms of governance. Elections are by their very nature tense affairs. There is so much energy, passion, and resources invested that the potential for contention cannot be underestimated. It also speaks directly to the very essence of our republic, of each electoral contest. This imposes a duty of even-handedness, the entire process on all the institutions whose duty is to manage that process, and this includes the judiciary. In recognition of this responsibility of the judiciary and in preparation towards the achieving speediest resolution of election disputes, a fourth edition of Manual on Election Education in Ghana has been launched. I am happy to announce to you that with the benefit of hindsight, all election disputes shall not go beyond 42 days in case of the presidential election, should there be any, and the manual contains guidelines to that effect. This is how the Supreme Court and the judiciary as a whole will deliver electoral justice. We are poised to play our role in protecting the peace we so much cherish.
Chief Justice Kwesi Enini Yeboah.
Nasa sumje betime fo ntampa efrenti eyade ene Inspector General of Police wetimi eto ne mrante ne agumo na mantam ne meya wodo a December 7 wo mbehwe na wo metimi aboban nyina no yeka se de eyade asrafo no wo ede wo mani akyekyimu a wo mahase a wone eko na beye apem ne akire na yede wo mo agumo se wo mo nhwesa afi no wo mo ebetimi aboban ye ba na sumje timi efo ne ntampa efra ede afa abato no edi yenim no enwo Inspector General of Police James Opombo no ono ena wodi anim wa ye Election Security Task Force ayete se wo mtesa asundwe betimi afa ne ntampa efra na ye kasei asrafo ye de wo mo ekono ebi efi fire service, immigration, prisons and afi Ghana Police Service ena ye de wo mo agumu a wo mo ekwa akohwe akwakobo ban sa asundwe ebetimi afa ne ntampa efra ye hwe anim wo se bebi bia ewo mem police station no sa shan eyade ye kowa ye betimi ehunu sa asrafo ejina wa womo ebo bind the den na bra o hwe se womo wetimi akono me deployment process ne koso no ensema IGP editu dwane bi eniye
and the country at large are on us. Between now, the 7th, and after the elections, we have dedicated ourselves to protect Ghanaians and residents of Ghana, and more importantly, to protect the balance. Therefore, I urge all of you to put in your best.
Niba yatini nke ya Inspector General of Police James Opombo enuna ansa na ene wobetimi ede ne mrante no agumo no bashase akome ya hodo a yede ahye wo msase wo mkobo ban wo no na wadi kan ede atudwa eno no enam sembi asamije mfi communications officer dema NDC amanyoko no kokoka ye ese police ni bia wonim no hye uniform a enkonko wi akiro be hunu so popo nani ede akire NDC amanyoko no ye adwuma ede ama MPP no nyame ya dom na se NDC fodi nkunemu a okwan a womede sa nipan be fa so na sa police ni be fa so no enya de a ono ankasa ne ho be nani beji adwuma na wo ye no enwo ensam yi wo ena endra wo kokroko so Peace FM James Opombo no trans no ena wode anuye kode amasami jemfise sansam na asami kan de enkama ye so ya abofra wonim de ekọ na enyina so bia niwa ewo mu adwuma na ye de ahye wo nsan se wo mu ye ewo ne kwan so wo mu de mra ena ye adwuma wonim de ebebenti a obi begina bebi na wakase post ni atomrenti no no ba wode ne befa mra kwan so
empty talk. Say me yama na say be obeye omampani ana say obeye every minister. Say me majuma yi a uni uni asembia. Dey make kire police fo nyina ene me nuanom I wo other security agencies ne say mo bia mane ha ne say obi say obeyiwe.
So when you're born to me, service obi a we papa bia no. So be ahonche kakra. Yes. But I don't just say nipa be to me. You can be you can be a minister or anybody. But to me I interfere too much in the you're not so much in the affairs of the organization. Say nipa nya born here obet my national. It will not happen. So be round man.
Nipa yetene nke Inspector General of Police James Upon Bueno.
Abatwo ensem ne da so ejina na commission no wo de ato dwa se wo mo oni onwo ye adwuma nyina metre EC officials no wo mo ahyeda e de enhihye bi aba ya esese officials no wo mu di so enti no wo ba ya so bra kira wa so be de ni se wela abekwa akoto mra ne de wo mo chese wo betimi de wakwa kogina emre ni mabo kwadu ama no ayeye electoral commission wo mo code of conduct ho asem e na me kan wo mo ehwe ni mu se I free sabre ya kopem abatwo eda no obi adwuma a obeye no enye de ede wo haw ebeba na emom no enhyehye frenchemu a wo mo de aba no wo behwe se obi a ebetimi edi so enkramantem ho pani kwankyerefo a oda abato komisa no ano oru akwame amoa enura na oni nsentwofo na edi enkita ho no se wo mo ewo asotwe ya wo mo de bema obi biara obeto saa emre ya wo mo edi egu akwan mu im afei wo betimi atua ba 500 penalty unit anampo se wo betimi akwakodam beye emfie mienu eni echire enti ene ye ompe no to mpe no no a no wa hwedi nhyehyɛ no so pepepe afei so wa obefom mra ya oye electoral commission official ebia no so no emfie du ofom mra no wie na so omtwe waso a enya dia obetimi aye adwuma say electoral commission official bia ebiem ena afei wumfoni ene enwoma bia efa ho wudin won be publish ni nyina ewo de obo enkrata hoduo mu ena electoral commission for no ankasa wo website nso wo de obekwa akoto wo saa brantie no ana say esumesi ana obenti a ye den hihye egu ho a wanni so no ayetwe na so no onunie na kyese obi a ebehunu usu bankro ya ekura wo oru akwame amoa wosan editudwa ene wo se ne edi kan ensese wo ye electoral commission official a oma obi biara ehunu wo kwan bia so esanse krom hanom obia wa manyoku a odom enso no eto de bia adwuma wo ye enti untimi emma bonti meyi wanim se bia meye party A ana meye party B esanse omanfo adwene ya edi hunu niema bi no eta difa e wo kwan bebre no a eso enti ensese wo kasamu anase wo ni ye bi edadi echese wo ye party A ana wo ye party B se obi ba police station ho ba beto aba na se bi a menti mwase kakra bi esi a wuntimi nkogina nipa no echi se bia nipa kro no wo ye party A ni ana party B ni no wuntimi nkogina nipa no echi se bia wo support ne party ninti no wo ka bi edi ama no wo ye official a wo ni kwan se esese wo ye bibia etesa ena afen so no wo ni kwan so e wo kwan bia eso se party agent bia e wo polling station bi no oni ne be ye kanana ana oni ne bebo mu se mu ye bibia ebetia mu opponent anase bibi eno so wontimi nye bibia sa enhye no de doso wo mo officials nankasa wo mu nim enti electoral commission se won best se de be ya obia ho nkonkokyere na abato e betinya akoso asomdwe mu ni aba no obia ehwe se saa enhyehyei obedi so
na asoya a womo hwe ye na bato sensam so na womo de tudwa ese womo special voting na no de e benada special voting ne kwaso a womo ekoye a womudin eni abato humanum ni nti a womo entimi anto womo aba no ejoda edi ye ne muri eyade akwanya no ewo ho e de masafo ni nyina na yisi nsama womo edi tudwa ne se womo de womo ni wo kwan se wode be si obi kwan ese womo ento womo asanipa no ento aba ewo manyi emu obi biara ewo ho kwan se ewo se otumi eto eye aba na nkama ye se nsem bi mo ba bededi abra na special vote ne kwaso asrafo awodo na afenso no sentrofo awodo na afenso yi simpan fo wo mo behwe abato sensem so a ye de sa akwanya ne ma wo so mo hwe na wo to wo aba no wo mo edu wo no dodo na enyade a omudin ewo eye abato ho manum emuwo ekokoba se na aba ni se ni te be de ne ye sa afui wo mo etimi ato eye aba no ebi ene Director of Electoral Service Ewo EC Orura Dr. Sribu Okweku Heading Central Federation Command Odi to just say Safo ni nyina no edwa dei akwanya no ewo wa wani ebetimi akwakoto wo mo aba
media for in and the Casam from Dinama, UJ, and National Media Commission. And security service was from Dinama or more has no. So we are the award this commander or regional commander. And then we'll be able to do the next from the Manco. One about special voting. What about 7 December? What would Dimba special voting be? Within him, I saw now about special voting. What's Uncle 2 or 7 December double. And the why you Dimba special voting will be well vote.
Enti sir within our special voting the more na one call Uncle 2 aba me pacho what the Aquenya no any ho emfa emau Juada edi enemy nemo one I call ya wumdin any more no. Ena ejuade Aquenya no ewo Dr. Sribo Kweku ono director of electoral service ewa soya womo ehwe yanabaton semsem ninka ene yetiye
Yanshe kokobo ya electoral commission no ede ekotew ama womo mkwakoto aba anase Ghanafoɔ nyina na electoral commission no eche se eyade bia etia emra se obi ID card ya ode eto aba no utimi fa saa card no anase card ne etimi bedi wo nkyɛn ewo kwan bi so a nipa kro card ne ye ne dia no onim ho hwee enti no se obi ID card da ho a enkonkofa ya onim ho hwee enampo bi efura to baabi ena wakoko hunu a esese wode kɔ electoral commission for enkyɛn se de be ya wo metimi ama nipa no ne nsa aka na de na aboa ama bibia etumi akonkan
na ye gusora ewo eye asoye no wo mo asoye na wo nsema wo mo kan se be ya basto ebetima fa ne ntampa efra ebi a wo mo esanso Ghanafoɔ nyina teasie asanso ateasie biom ene se eda no du na ukɔ eye polling station wa wone empese nose mask a ehye wo no eba kwakoba se eye amanyekuo bi dia anase amanyekuo bi asanso de ebosa nose mask no yese wo hya enya de a wo bepren anaso obesoso so ewo polling stations ahodo afenso ne takokoba se ukura amanyekuo asanso de bi se ye wo matade se ye wo mofraga na mpo eye wo mu bi na wo de call polling station won so a emra ema ho kwan saa polling station bia ewo mem no okwa Bomade asa obesha tade fofra enye amanyuko biara bibia nkura amanyuko asenso de bia se ye paint ekura mpo na de be painting we no echa amanyuko a wo free ba mepacho eno so asoye no se nyade a woni ebehye na woma soso na COVID-19 chese de egu akwa mufa yade no wode womo de tudwa se ebe ya adwuma yie pa entino wo ba bomade se obehye nose mask na nose mask na wo hye no emma no nye amanyuko biara ni nose mask adwada edi yenanimu na director of electoral service ewa soye ho Dr. Sribo Kweku ena wode wen aton sentrofo animu abra ye hwe animu se adwada yebetimi akwakoto eye yene aba wode tudwa se womo ni mu kwan se wo so mu si obi akwan se wo mento aba mu na mo bomadenya eza sancheche ye nko ade wobetimi edi so na enkonkoba se obedu ho no mbesa so asan wo se ko wachi anase yempre ema wonto aba bibisa na de enya de a wo mpese woni timi so so nzi Ghanafoɔ bomadenya na wo mudi sa mre yi eso na se covid yempese esanso bani ebebium anase etre ko na demu nti wo ode tudwa asanso esisu dua bium se wo ba enhye de egu akwam no bomaden ese obedi so
area permito broadcast ne da so ekenkan edema Vision 193.5 FM so enie ewo enkan ha Kumase light 94.9 FM yento so New Patriotic Party NPP amanyoko no womo kyerɛ sɛ kane mampani John Dramani Mahama sesi a wotu franka ede ama NDC amanyoko no proye ne kankan dream enya de ebetimi abosa de wedi a yemfa John Mahama di emata ho enna kwa bia so ni ho no a ebetimi ede John Mahama atoto omampani Ekufuado se bia wo mu mienu no obi beka se Ekufuado corrupt che Mahama ose no de enya de a ebi betimi asida enensentwofo enhyiamu ya wo mo efra ye so afo no na hwe enkonketo ani zongo empotemu emponto so Dr. Mustafa Hamid onukro ya deputy campaign manager edima NPP amanyoko no wono na gine mu ekasa no se omampani Ekufuado wo hu corruption kura na ne ho yira no ne ho tete no kura won hu de wonye ne ho enu nti na wohwe emfie nan ya oba aban mu a wetimi ede hyehye ahodo egu akwamu akoproe ne kankan echen de kane mampani John Dramani Mahama wo ye ya bra na oye mampani no na opanyini enkasa ye mu no okire se kane mampani John Mahama obu ho no mo ka no se ya won beka se an no on de ase eye tag bi keke ne de ato no so wo se enye tag bi akeke ya enyina so nim sanse yete kromu ha ena eba sensensem ba ya government official one ni ade ebi piepie mu ene ho nkro ne ba na dodo no akora ekire se John Dramani Mahama wono kura di mu entintima pa wo sa eba sensensem yi ehum na ose mampani Akufo Addo de oba ye anya bi akra no Right to Information Act wetimi ahye amasesi a emra no ewo ho no obi a wo kwa se uhia information bi efa aban dwumadie bi ho a obetimi akọ na wonsa etimi aka ni nyina na yese de be ya ne mu beda ho fan amagana fo etimi hunu de ekọ ne ne ba afenso special prosecutor atena ye ode baaye said ye be ya opanyini pa wo no eda no asesi akwa wa resign no won betimi ahwaye nniema bi enhwehwemu amma bibia ba beto monten se aban enya de se proe ne kankan etetare ne ho wo kwan bia so ensema hodo ya omode tu dwa nyina eba ya na eye de NDC amanyoko no ere keka se omampani Akufo Addo proe ne kankan do kro no se akokono ya enanu adai $40 million eni sika wakwakwagye a ehu video so ene nane na momonte a NDC amanyoko no ekeka eno ne nam so ama enne ensentwofo enhyiemu omde sa enchechemu yi aba.
The reason people do not see corruption as an issue in this election is because they know that President Akufo Addo is today building 5 interchanges with the same amount of money that candidate Mahama built 2. We have been tougher on corruption. We established the office of the special prosecutor, amended the law relating to asset declaration to provide for punishment for false declaration and non-disclosure, including for feature of appointment. We have increased the jail term for corruption by amending the Criminal Offences Act 1960, Act 29, to make corruption a felony rather than... We know an era in this Ghana called the era of create, loot, and share. Under the create, loot, and share era, the state paid over $450 million in dubious and bogus judgment debts. Today, we have saved the state $13 million in challenging judgment debts, including having 6 of such cases amounting to 100 million euros and 179 billion cedis dismissed.
No $40,000 ehun sensemu a ebeto dwa NDC amanyoko no eche so mapani Akufo Addo ehun ebo mu ni ade no ehun sem na opanyini ede anoyie no ato edwa no eno echie wosan ede to dwa no wo kire se sesi a wo hwe edin bone ya Ghana age esa ne kane mampani John Dramani Mahama ne pro ye ne kankan bi a woda no edie ewo airbus ehun ensensem no ehun behia se Ghana fo nyinara ebenya empata bi afrimu enunti na aban aye na adwene omode enhyehya hodo egu akwam se de be ya saa airbus ehun patasika ya ebeba no Ghana fo nso ebetimi enya wo mo chefa ewumu na se ye kasa international court no wo mo afine airbus fo airbus no eye adwumakuo bi a ewiemu hyen na wo mo chese $3.9 billion ene empatasika wo mo chese se airbus fo etwia se wo mo ade atum se wo mo ankasa no omanfo bi wo ho mo di ntintima international actors bi ya enam mo dwumadie so ama sa scandal yi ababeto emonten na Dr. Mustafa Hamid unenkasa yim no wo chese se yakasa yi aban enya no entie se $30 million bi ene sika bi ebetimi afrimu a se empata a ebetimi akọ ede amagana fo nti wo mo hwe nimu se ade biara esefata omayi no wo mbepere ama oman no enya.
That the Akufo Addo government has begun moves to get for Ghana a fair share of the world record fines levied in the Airbus corruption scandal, in which Ghana was one of the countries most impacted by the corrupt transaction, which spanned 6 years, 3 of them under candidate Mahama as vice presidents and 3 of them under him as president. Since the Airbus company was paid by the hard-earned money of the Ghanaian people, we the Ghanaian people deserve to be remedied for what is rightly ours. And we will commend the president, Akufo-Addo, for pursuing our share of the $4 billion fine, which otherwise will go only to the 3 Western countries where the investigations took place. Government is aware that out of the $3.9 billion on fines imposed on Airbus, approximately $30 million relates to actions taken on the Ghana side.
Minister for Inner City and Zongo Development, Dr. Mustafa Hamid.
Ghana man panyini na nade dan kwa Akufo-Addo wasisudia asanso akadiye se Ghana fo nyina ntia se yese man panyini Dada John Dramani Mahama oni sembia foforo bia waka kire Ghana fo oni campaign message bia intino de ato no ane se oba attack no niama wodo a woye no obeka wonsem bone na wasanso atwa ntro a ye ntwa bida e de akire Ghana fo se ne ye be ya wo beto aba ne de ama no na man panyini tutu acha sa de no kra da ya de ebesi da Ghana fo ye ye ni bie pa ntino yenim krom yenim ade enso a eno so eye ede ema ye ne wode nsami tuja wa kropon epoyema ntemo na enda ba kwa odi si wa wode kwa aprobo ewo hono mo
Lodi bakwa mini si akanse yewa Dramani Mahama mabelida da onina momba mu no kan ye ma oba de ye yewa Mahama onye foforo maye onye ni bafu ni sahu eduma wo Ghana ada na sako ye ni ya Sanyama no osise no sako tumi ye ade no baye wa ma de ye ona no da Ghana fo and nada etumi fama betra Ghana obeda kasia no so etumi campaign of deceit, of lies, of confusion. That campaign is collapsing. Hamas campaign is collapsed in confusion.
Ghana man panyini na nado dankwa Akufo-Addo nenka ane yatiye.
Franka Tunima NDC amanyoko no John Dramani Mahama ede ato omanfo e wopodo me aho eno e wo framante mu sem mo ntena ho enye hwan mo bi emepopo wo mani emfa nkire wo mo ni tichupa ene bambofo ya so mo akwakogu empotem wo se wo mo emebe oban no chese ensese ehu bo mo wokwan bia so se wo mo entimi nkomonten enkonkoto aba John Dramani Mahama enkasa emu no wo kire sem ehu behia pa se wo mo nyina benya akukuduro na wo mo epie aba ne dodo mu akwakoto aba ede ama NDC amanyoko no ama wo mo ababetoa enyuma wo mo epese wo mo to aso no eso osan ede to omanfo no animu se ni tichu hohoi abato empeso aso e wo framantemu omanfo a ewo empotem ho wo mo nye careful pa se akabeye to na bro na ye kwa abato esui wo hwe kura amanfo besesa fridges ne yade entuma emusika ene ne keka ho wo se wo besre se ma omanfo eni nko ahonyade bia so se obi e de ba beto wo mo vote.
Don't be intimidated. We notice that there's been a deployment of military and security personnel in the region. Don't let it intimidate you. Please come out in your numbers and vote. We need your vote more than ever before. This is the most critical election we are going into, and every single vote is important. It will make the difference between continuing down the wrong track with Akufo-Addo and his family and salvaging our nation and taking our nation back. We are on a rescue mission. We must rescue this nation for our children and our grandchildren.
And no action so opinion to be Edima NPP amanyoko no mrashe bedwani ya oho no mu a wosan ejina biem hohoi abaton peswaso John Peter Amewu onukro ya ene soafo hwenyina mahoden eso wo kyerese wo Peter Amewu anya bia kra na waba be minister for energy nso hohoi ne potamu si yakasei enya de se obia betimi de nsasi ne bose wo ye mrashe bedwani no ade wei anase wei ene wetimi aye ede ama omanfo enti otu omanfo no nyina efo se sa da no duru a wo monkoto ntia opanyini.
NDC was working on this road. We awarded the Jessica stretch to have a true leader. We didn't finish before we left office. One would have thought that for a government and a person who wants to be go to parliament on the wings of the people of Hohoi, as a leading minister in this government, he would have used his influence to let this government continue the Eastern Corridor Road. He's not been able to do so. The people of Hohoi constituency, you have a date with destiny. What will it speak of you if at the end of the election, they say that Hohoi succumbed to material inducement to vote for the highest bidder. It will not speak well of Hohoi constituency. The constituency is not for sale. We will vote for integrity. We will vote for change so that our lives can be better.
Enti openyina wono ejina sa wo monto no so abamra shebedwa konwa no ewo NPP amanyoko no mu hohoi abaton peso so John Peter Mewu a John Mahama akeka na adwen de ache no eno echi ofiri honom no ode ne chiemu ewo dambai eno so ewo empotem honom a kane mampani John Mahama eche se dambai mansini aya sabia efiri se NDC amanyoko no free so nwuma hodo a na wo mo ye ewo honom a wo mo efiri abam no NPP aban ba ye foko enya de se wetimi ato so wo kwan bia so enu ti no wo sere se omanfo ento aba emfama NDC amanyoko se de be ya wo mbeba beto aso
Minim say they are so be ball from say ABC hospitals. Me and American hospital asemi. Abra ye new regions. Now first thing I'm announcing is region for Frobia ye dry see hono. Ye be see new regional hospital. Me and American asem no. Na minim say they are so be ball from. Na sa hospital na ye de plywood aji ashiana hwe enkoso. Minim say NDC the Beba Basis Hospital. Sikasem Ako Parliament. I'm a parliament approve. I'm a ye contractor oversee hospital. No contractor now see assassin no work. What shall say? All best shall say near Jumansani. They are so a form. Also, wait, a bosom say no more. They are so a form. Any other plywood that trade share. Oko parliament. Craft be any say and I say a fee budget. Ye Yisika, Esi Hose, ye be yes, hospital. Anti Athena NDC, Ebe Pesika. Yagabaka compared bills here. Now 6 regional. Ye basically for 6 new regions that done by the hospital.
Wei aya Franka Tunima NDC amanyoko no John Dramani Mahama.
Aka enano miensa na yakwa koto aba na amanyoko ahodo no ahoboaboa etesen campaigns ahodo no ma yakwa kosisen na mantamu no baye dunsia nyina twitwi ne benje tokro bia mo matimi ewura na ye nyina nim sa MPP ni NDC amanyoko de wo maka sisubi se wo matimi akomia ya ahodo betimi akopa utimu sa free campaign no wo musa covid baye enso enya de wo mototo na sekra na wo nyina no biara ehwe ni mo sa December 17 kunimdi ebinsida ebetimi aye womo edia ye wo party nketua bi mu nso a womo yi wo mutiye pa afi no womo so wagidie mapase moti bia no nkunimdie ebetimi akọ ede ama wone na All People's Congress APC Convention People's Party CPP Ghana Freedom Party Liberal Party of Ghana LPG anyone akeka wo na womo so hwe ni mo se nkunimdie yi ebetimi aye womo edia womo miensa ene central twetwe nkomo ede atuja se ne etebia no campaign womo ge na womo gusura wone eya womo wagidie se nkunimdie no de anye kra no womo ebetimi enye bie na Frankatuni ede Emma All People's Congress APC amanyukuo no Hassan Ayarega ede kiremu se wogusura wode ne campaign ni bibia no eba ewiye na wogidie se isi nsoro abato no emu beta ho na yetime mu besima eniama ebekode afa.
What we are doing now is we are wrapping up our campaign. We've done a lot. Party agents no omoko by the time no easy my accreditation card. So most of them omoko because we didn't have the accreditation card. To monitor because at that time we were very busy campaigning. But we got our accreditation. We are now getting all the accreditation card to be able to put our agents. So by 7 December over. But those of them who in places where we got accreditation card in many places like in the north, in the upper east, upper west. Yeah, who said we monitored and we saw a lot of challenges. Those challenges were that some people their names were not on the list. And even majority of the recruited EC members that are supposed to vote on that data, most of them could not vote because their names also did not appear on the special voting list. So we are appealing to depend on how they manage the election.
Niba yatine nkenya Frankatuni dema All People's Congress APC amanyuko na Hassan na Yarega no wie ne sana na chochoni penyene edema Convention People's Party na yaja ntoa enso de ne de to aso se adwuma ne de o ma ye de mu odin ye pa na obesre Ganafo se afin kwa de mo sesa ma adwen na CPP amanyuko no monto aba ema wo mo
Then they go come as flag bearer or not. National organizer, also for count or youth organizer, center, Western Obia, dear Juma, the next constituency in Aging Comoya, Juma Gidi towards the election. They say, yeah, administrative part of this year, the office also administrators also, your friend is an accreditation, the debate observe, the debate polling agent, the debate strong room and answer coalition center. We be at the arrangement to be for 20 members to go and vote and also all Ghanaians to vote.
Nipa yɛte ne nkɛn yɛtrɔtrɔ ne dema Convention People's Party nana yɛ agyantoa na Frankatuni ɛde ɛma Ghana Freedom Party mami akuya dɔnkɔ ɛnyɛ no
na yɛ ma ho bɔ ama yɛ ansɛ dekora me wɔ nkran ha nti wada roma mo abɔ me ho da wura mama nsa tie bi onyame aka ne waka onyame de benim sɛ be ne yankopɔ ato ntia sɛ me ba ba yi ɛma ne ma wade ɛma ne mɛma wade me be yɛ fi hɔ no kwa bɔ da me gyina so no kwa nti yankopɔ be gyina meti na konwa ne de ama me na meti ne yi saa de bɔ de tantanta ne ko se mfa e picture se mra ne nya accreditation no ɛma yɛ nti me de akɔ na yɛ nsa anya ntem nti no mo suro se se yɛ ankɔgye a ebi ayɛ kwa yɛ ma wo mo nyɛ na nse sia no mɛma wo mo nyina tia sɛ yɛ nkɔ ba bia de tra ko bi si wo mo kɔ accreditation no mo ntimi kɔ bia
akuya dɔnkɔ ɛnyɛ no Ghana Freedom Party ɔno ɛne ɔmo Frankatuni
enipa du nine bi ya yɛkyerɛ wɔn ɛfa basabasayɛ bi ya esi yɛ NDC ɛna afei NPP amanyokuo no echitafuo bi emu ɛwɔ Yagaba Kubori abatoɔ mpɛsoa ɛso no nyame yɛ adom wɔn bɛsa akɔ pie mu ɛwɔ wale mensini court ɛyɛ December ne da ɛtɔ edunum saa nkrɔfoɔ yi NDC amanyokuo no wɔn ɛyɛ enipa nkron ɛna echitafuo nso ɛwɔ NPP amanyokuo no nso wɔn ɛyɛ enipa enum yɛremande wɔn yɛremande ebi ɛdwoada ɛna yɛremande ebi nso ɛbenada ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ abra na bambɔfoɔ ɛnsa ɛkɔsɔ wɔn pɛkyi ɛwɔ etifi epueye mantemo na NDC amanyoko na chitafoɔ no ebi charge a yɛde ɛbobobobɔ wɔn ɛne sɛ wɔn akɔse damage ɛna afei nneɛma bi nso a ɛyɛ akode a wɔn eni ho kwan sɛ nkɛse sɛ wɔn kitakita tuo ni adeɛ ɛno sɛ nso na ekitakita wɔn ɛna NPP amanyoko na chitafoɔ bi nso charge a yɛde ɛbɔ wɔn ne sɛ wɔn ayɛ wɔn adwene sɛ anka wɔn bɛdi ewu ɛna wɔn akeka wɔn ti abɔ so sɛ wɔn bɛdi ewu ɛno ɛne charge a yɛde atoto saa nkrɔfoɔ wɔn eti so na se yɛ kasa yi obi nhyɛ da ɛmfa nkyɛkyɛmu ma yɛde kopɔtene ya ɛma menteme ho ase no ɛhyɛ aseɛ na mmom no amanebɔ ɛkyerɛ sɛ enipa binom a na wɔn esu sɛ wɔn yɛ NPP amanyoko n'ekyitaafoɔ bi wɔn ekosi mmarahyɛbadwani ya ɔwɔ mpɔtam hɔ no na afei NDC amanyoko no ankasa sɛ wɔn mpene ɛmma wɔn nyɛ rally bi ɛwɔ mpɔtam hɔ no a ɛno nenam so ɛde basabasa yi ba yɛ enti ɛbaa ne saa no NDC foɔ kɔka NPP foɔ deɛ na onim sɛ nneɛma antotototo yi a mente me ho ase a ɛna ɛbɛba enti sɛ yɛ kasa yi paa ɛdeɛ sankofoɔ nyina akɔakɔdi aprosifoɔ akakyɛ wɔn hwɛ anim sɛ nyame yɛ adom a December ne de ɛtɔ so edunum no wɔn de wɔn ɛbɛsan akɔpie mu ɛwɔ wale district court
na enipa no bɛyɛ 350,000 a wɔn ɛyɛ customers ɛde ɛma Electricity Company of Ghana ɛna yɛde ɛhwɛ ne mo sɛ wɔn bɛtumi ɛnya mfasoɔ ma pɛ bi a ebi mbada ɛfa yɛn nyina mu nkanea hoɔ ɛde ɛfa Pokwase box supply point ɛno ɛne yɛ beae foforɔ kora yɛbie na afei nyina mu nkanea no yɛtumi akora ne bebrebe ɛwɔ hɔ sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a saa enipa bɛyɛ 350,000 wɔn bɛtumi anya nyina mu nkanea ɛbɛgyina ne nanso yɛ paa na ɛyɛ project wɔn ɛhyɛ aseɛ afia 2019 a yɛhwɛ ne mo sɛ afia yɛbɛsi mu May 31st deɛ wɔn ɛbɛtumi de bibia aba na wieyɛ na wohwɛ sɛ ne ho nneɛma ne ho nsɛnsɛm esi ɛkɔ na bɛyɛ 87% ɛho baabi a wɔn adi ho dwumadie aduro ɛne ne a ɛbɛtumi aboa ma nyinam nkanea ɛtumi agyina ne nanso ɛnam ne sɛ nti na manfo wɔn ɛwɔ kwabenya Ofanko Legon in Sanwemme and afe enya ena sadie and fasono ebetimi ako edi ama womopa na a 50 million US dollars no any sika yede ashemu and no efi United States government a US aban ho and a yehwe ni muo se womo edidi sa dwumedie na enam Millennium Challenge Corporation MCC foso and akwakọ wie se Ghana so no yensa etimi aka bia yehwe de di sa dwumedie no na emu 2 million America sika ne de ye de aye akwan ahodo asan so aboaboa na akade bi ebehia ede amatememfo mo wasa amia ye wonyina no wo betimi ede abo wo ho akọ homa ye hwe anim wo se antoa no enkopem May 31st 2021 de dwumadie no ebetimi aba na wiye na weini dia edikan kra e won kramantam wa ababeka 330 kilovolt ede efa ye nyira munkane aye kra na aboa ama no etimi agya ne naso wo mu wi a anye kra no 580 megavolt amps ede ye hwe anim wo se Jenny ebetimi enya ede afri ho
Ewusiafo aha ena ebrema kwan ama yede premso rekase no esi ede amamo happy birthday enkoma Mr. Say AK patapizi mpacho enya patapa wotonyum Vision1 haba ha so patapa bi wa ha ai security honom ene eye wawoda onyankopon onshaw na onye okese onto won kwan nemu enema ohwe nimu nyina sa wonsa ebetumi aka no yesre ehom paibo ede ma ene awie production team no eye kwabena ekuokun esuman ena efia yebowa aboaje ya yebekenkan ede ema momidin ede ajewa asaremene
nana yaw ampedu yadamase ema mommo anything.
It's a simple song, come on. Thank you, Chief.